Welcome to Stargeekz. This is another episode. I am Sean.
This is Steve.
This is Ed, and appropriate for this episode,
This is where the fun begins.
You don't have the nerve. Yes. The greatest no of all time.
Yeah, that is the greatest no of all time. Yes, so if you don't know, we are reviewing Revenge of the Sith, episode 3 in the Star Wars trilogy. And I didn't realize, Ed, that we forgot to review Clone Wars before Revenge of the Sith, but we may review that next week. So
yeah, that's going to take a little more time, unless you're talking about just the movie.
Clone Wars, just the Clone Wars movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we want to dip and dive into the Clone Wars a little bit, we can. But man, that's a long watch. If I would say, I'd probably say watch the final season of the Clone Wars.
Or we'd have to do it like season by season, like do a whole season as a club.
Yeah, I guess we do a season. If you really wanted to really dive into it, probably the last season of the Clone Wars is the best anyway.
Just gotta find those highlight episodes.
Yeah,
watch episode 4, 5, and 8 of season 1. Now watch episode, blah blah blah.
Because there's
you told me a few episodes to watch, and I watched like all the like Ahsoka versus Darth Maul shit. Like
so good.
Sean's like, you need to watch these episodes. I was like, all right, and I watched those. I was like, yeah, this is really good. Then like it plays the next episode, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh well, yeah.
Now we're off to some we're finding this weird little fucking creature. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, there's always those filler episodes in between. But
sure. But that's why I said you need to give me the Cliff Notes, the Clone Wars for Dummies.
All right, I think there's probably a Wikipedia on that. I'm pretty sure. Ed, I'm gonna let you take it away with news this week. And Ed, you gotta have a tag for news. You know that, right?
Well, we have several.
Come closer, I have good news.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I'll let you take it away, my friend.
If it's in fact good news. You have to have one that's like, I have terrible news. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah. Well, since we weren't here last week, there are things that carried over. I know, obviously, you guys talked about this in the regular show, but it applies here. And that goes back to our...
Yes. The great James Earl Jones.
Yes. Very sad news when it came to that. I mean, obviously from the pictures, and you guys talked about it, he was in so many things, but that voice was just fantastic.
That Conan picture, though, man.
Oh yeah,
that's a hell of a thing.
I'm wondering if is there like an app where you can James Earl Jones can lull you to sleep with his voice?
There's gotta be ways like you could. He has so much recorded dialogue that AI should be able to program him to read you any goddamn thing you want.
I'm sure if it's not out there, it will be anytime now. So, I always wonder because there was that episode of him from The Big Bang Theory. And I so wanted that to be how he was in life. And I kind of feel that he was just down to earth, liked everybody. Because, we've seen various people in not only this franchise, but others who are they just want nothing to do with it and don't like the fandom. I feel like James Earl Jones was like that and was just like, this is awesome. Thank you.
I think he enjoyed everything he did. I think he was amazing in everything he did. So, to be honest,
I've never seen him phone it in. You know what I mean? He always looked like, even on we talked about Meteor Man, even there.
Yeah, he was great.
I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing it.
Yeah, he was doing it. Yeah, he lived 93 years old.
That's a hell of a run.
He lived a good life. He lived a great life, and honestly, he'll be more remembered than mourned. I'm gonna be honest. So, to be honest with you, thank you, James Earl Jones, for everything you've given us. Like literally the voices and the actors that you've portrayed. We appreciate it. Even Soul Man.
So I always think back to the original Star Wars. Dave Prowse, when he went into Star Wars thinking that he was actually going to be the voice of Darth Vader.
Mm.
It was very good for them to give us James Earl Jones, because I can imagine. I mean, Dave Prowse filled the suit, had a presence, but that Scottish accent just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I didn't remember. I never heard the voice, so I didn't really.
Found your lack of faith.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. There's some video
Find
clips.
Your lack of faith disturbing.
I'll have to play
That'd be
for you at
terrible.
some point.
What's up, Flex? Thanks
Yo,
for joining
Flex.
the show, man. Thanks.
I know that we are now officially going to get number 3.
Oh,
And if the jump from 1 to 2 can be replicated, then the jump from 2 to 3 should be quite amazing.
really? I didn't even know. This was brand new to me. I didn't even know we were getting this.
Well, this news came out today.
Okay.
Now, the downside is they're just telling us that this is happening. If it follows the normal cycle, we're not going to see this game until 2027 ish.
All right.
So
yeah, they announced the first one in 2019. I think that dropped in 2020, and then
Mhm.
it's going to be a while, but
I'm in.
still looking forward to it. Oh, absolutely.
that second one ruled, man.
God,
So
I
good.
know, dude. The first one was great, though. Dude, you know what's crazy? The first one, I like when it first came out, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play this. Yeah, I think it took me like a year and some change to go back and play that game. And boy, when I fucking played it, I think I told Steve, I was like, listen, I think we both dropped off of the game. And
Yeah,
then
I tried twice, and I just couldn't get into that one. But the second game, for some reason, I latched right onto it and loved every second of it. I might need to go back and try that first one again and do my cheat for myself, which is when I play single player games, just putting it on easy so I can rule everything.
Steve, the first one is so fucking great. It's like, goddamn, like I didn't know like this was good. Like, yo, there's so many moments. You just like, damn, I could do this, I could do that. And then when you start really fighting everything and start getting more powerful, oh man, it's sky's the limit. And you're like, fuck it, I'm doing everything I can. So
yeah, but then the second game starts and suddenly you don't know anything anymore. You're like, what the hell happened? I lost all my powers.
I did the same thing in the game too. I started playing for like like right away. I was like, you know what, I can't beat Vader. And I think I remember I told you, and I was like, you know what?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna drop this game and I'll come back later. And I came back maybe a couple months ago and came back and beat it. I was like, oh well. But it was good though. Okay.
Didn't you say you didn't realize you could change the setting to make it
that
easier?
Thank you, Steve.
I'm not playing for money.
No, all for fun.
I'm sitting here by myself. I don't give a fuck what.
You know, it's weird. You judge yourself sometimes. You're like, oh man, like, you know,
I can't play it on that. I have to play it.
I need to play on hard. Then I realized, no, I don't.
No, I'm in my 40s, dog. I got limited game time. Put that shit on easy because I want to beat this shit and move on.
Yep. So I don't realize it sometimes, but yeah, it's definitely something you should definitely do. So.
It's like, it doesn't help you if you're playing online. I'm like, yeah, if you play against other people, which I don't do. So
even if you did, it would be against us, and we suck too. So
yeah.
Like, so.
True. It's like, oh, I have to worry about playing against Sean and Ed and Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you played us in golf?
I have.
We got some new images from Skeleton Crew.
Oh,
sweet.
Shit.
They got the werewolf guy. Hell yes.
That looks cool. Is that Jalil White?
It is.
Look at that.
And that's that motherfucker from Mandalorian right there, ain't it?
Yep. That's the Pirate Vane from Mandalorian, the one who was trashing the planet before Grief Karga was like, oh no.
I thought that his makeup looked awesome. Like that that alien makeup from that guy looks great. But I'm super big juiced about the werewolf guy because he always captured my imagination.
Oh, he looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks great. Like, you do not want to fuck with that dude.
Yeah, I like that.
So again, this with the pirate feel and the Goonies. I'm trying not to get myself too excited for a show.
I know. I see.
But when they give me
Fuck it.
stuff like
I'm taking
this,
the plunge. I'm excited. Juice.
Oh, I'm excited.
Ready. They go like this.
And-
The shows. They go up. One's good. One's bad. One's good. One's bad. We just
That's
had the
true.
bad. We're going back to the good. Look at that shit.
And even the Jedi has a pirate feel to him. Look at him with almost like the gun right at his hip. He's got the duster.
You know what couldn't save him? That hairline.
Yeah.
Boy, he's holding on to that thing, boy, ain't he?
Yeah, like at a certain point. Like
Yeah.
you see me, my hairline's
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
going,
let
but
it
it's
go.
not that bad.
No, this thing is like it's like on an island by itself.
Yeah, it's like, is that like a mohawk? No, it's not. You know what? He's gonna fucking crush it though. Jude Law's gonna
Like,
own this shit. You know, I don't even care. I'm juiced. I'm letting myself get hyped. I'm ready to love this shit. So
I am too.
Oh yeah. No, it was really cool to see these images, and yeah, I'm excited.
Man, boy, this shit better be so good. Yeah, it better be.
So this was something that was in the news last week, and it's kind of sad that Alil's not here to kind of talk about this, not specific to the news article,
Maybe a good thing.
but I really wanted to kind of just get the opinion from you guys on what do you think when it comes to using kind of AI CGI for movie characters, especially ones who've passed away. Like, where do we draw that line? I know in some cases, you know, if it's an untimely thing, like in Fast and Furious, you get permission, you just kind of do it for that one film, kind of pay homage and move on. But, you know, at some point, and I wonder when we look at, well, if we look at other franchises, Marvel, I know many people look at Iron Man and say, oh, you know, he's fantastic. So do you want to keep that character indefinitely? Do you recast? Like, where's the line?
I think so. If we start skewing into more like what I'm thinking is that as we get a little bit further on, then we're going to start going into more like Avatar style shit, right? So almost every movie is going to be like computer generated, and you're just going to be able to plug in whatever actor you want. Right. Really, at a certain point, like it's all going to look like a little uncanny valley, but the technology is getting better and better and better. I think so far they've done like really small cameos, which has been okay, except for, you know, Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. I mean, God damn, he was like a main character. And then you had what's his name in Alien Romulus? That might be a spoiler, but you know, that dude's dead, and he was in like the whole movie. So dialogue and everything, like, goddamn. So we're getting to that area. I mean, for me, I don't care. Like, it doesn't offend me. Like, but then again, like if it was one of my dead relatives, it might. So I think as long as you get the appropriate, you know, you what I don't want to see is like family being like, they didn't ask. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like
no, that should never
then
be.
we're in like a bit. That's like the worst thing you could do.
Yeah,
but I mean,
right.
I think as long as you have the right, you know, permissions, and a lot of these actors are giving those permissions themselves. Like James Earl Jones, we just talked about him. His voice is we're gonna continue to get Darth Vader stuff, in perpetuity. So,
yeah, I think it doesn't bother me. I don't really have a problem with it. I think the AI character thing may be a little like CGI characters. Okay, AI. I don't know what that. I don't really know what you can do with that. Or I guess voices. I guess, but you know what? As long as you get approval, I guess I'm okay with that.
I just wonder for future actors. Like, at what point you're like, oh, we don't need any new actors because, you know, we found the perfect actor for this role, and they've passed on, and we've gotten permission. So we're never going to bring in another actor. You know, we're going to bring in some random person. You're going to put the dots on your face and walk around, but it won't be you.
So let me ask you a question in reference to that. So we got a CGI character from Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. We all loved that. We all enjoyed that part. But was it the part, or was it the character itself that we like, oh, that was awesome?
Well, see, that's the other thing.
Because his face at the end didn't look great. It did not look great.
But it's the character. It's not the actor, right? All these we're not seeing like a CGI rendition of an actor in like a documentary. We're seeing CGI renditions of these characters. And these characters are owned, they're played by so-and-so, owned by these other entities. And so like as long as the permissions are all there, and I get what you're saying though, Ed, like what happens now, so Marvel's just like, we're not gonna cast another guy for Iron Man because like nobody can do it better than Robert Downey Jr. So is nobody ever gonna get to play Iron Man again? In perpetuity, is it gonna be Robert Downey Jr.? I mean, I think like its time is so like finite. Like, I don't know, like we could say that, but then in like 10 years of cast somebody else, I don't know.
Yeah, after like 10, 20 years span, then you can redo the whole thing all you want. But at this point, it's too early to start redoing shit like that. But let me ask you a question, because I was thinking about this question. I was thinking about this. So if they wanted to go back and do a live action Clone Wars, and Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen aren't young men anymore, is it okay to just use them and just say, hey, fuck the age part, we're just gonna do it and see how it works? Do you think, because Star Wars fans are brutal, I'm gonna be honest with you,
that would not work.
It wouldn't work. Okay, so you have to de-age them. You have to de-age them.
You have to de-age.
Yeah, it's a tough one though. You're gonna have to de-age for the whole goddamn thing.
I know, but even that one little scene we got in Obi-Wan with them, that was rough. I was like, oof.
See? Yeah. You can't. So we really can't do the Clone Wars then. It ain't gonna happen.
Well, the technology is getting better, and so at what point?
Well, it looks great in Ahsoka, but not Obi-Wan.
Yeah, so it was better. And then at what point do you do, like you said, it becomes more of an Avatar, and we do what looks like live action or closer to live action?
No, I can't. I can't do that. I don't want to see that.
I could, especially considering the fact that like we're gonna talk about episode 3, but there's like 2% of that movie that's not CGI. So, So like really, if you just like if all of the people on it just have like a weird like looking like Grand Moff Tarkin here on the screen, then for me, I'm fine with it. As long as, I mean, shit, we had to look at Henry Cavill looking like that in the Justice League movie.
What's up, Mike?
Yo, Mike.
I could deal with it.
I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me, I guess. But I would like to see certain things. But I guess I don't know, man. I guess I would have to know to when it comes out. I'm like, oh well, maybe I'm ready for it. But man, it's something I got to bring up, man. Star Wars fans, god damn, boy, there's some shit on social media right now. They're going back and forth about who's this, who's that. Like, this guy isn't doing this on this end, and then this guy is doing this on this end. It's so fucking brutal. It's like I think Star Wars fans is the most brutal fans.
No, Philadelphia Eagles, but
no. But no, this is what all sports, entertainment. Yeah, things are fucking brutal.
Ed got it.
No, I agree.
I'm a Phillies fan, so.
But are Star Wars fans the worst, most toxic?
I don't know. It's
entertainment group from Marvel, Star Trek, Star Wars, and whatever other property. To me,
I don't. Dude, you're playing a dangerous game. You're like doing a show appealing to the Star Wars fans, and you're like, are the Star Wars fans the most toxic crowd in history?
But
you all suck.
Yeah. But it's a topic that's being brought up, and I'm so curious to know, like, just from our standpoint, like I've seen shit that get bad, and I'm just like, damn, like.
No, I think the problem is right now is that toxic people have a platform and people allow them and give them energy and attention. Right. And so if you ignore them, then they'll stop. But people can't. Like, see, I just don't.
No, they get.
Well, I wish Lil was here, because it's a rabbit hole. You go down on YouTube and you just go down the rabbit hole, and it's like I went down the rabbit hole. And I kept reading and watching and reading and watching. I'm like, one dude is like, oh, Disney is backing this guy, and then this guy is like, he tells a great story and does this. And I'm just like, God damn. And like now they're going back and forth and they hate each other and like this and that. And I'm like, God damn.
See, and here's the thing. And you know what's crazy is everybody has opinions about all these stories, and nobody was actually there. Nobody was actually there. Nobody actually fucking talked to anybody that was there, but you all have your opinions about it.
Right.
I don't have opinions about shit that I'm not in the room for. Like, really, like, I can have an opinion about a movie because I watched it.
Yeah.
I can't really have an opinion about how it was made unless I saw a documentary showing that. But, stuff, but like, God, like, I see news stories and it's like, I don't even know what the angle is the person writing that like has.
Yeah.
I'm getting told this information through their lens. What if we don't have the same lens? So I don't know. I'm getting old and just like I'm like shutting myself away from the world because I'm like, you guys are all fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You're all fucking nuts. And you all think you're right.
Yo,
So
they're out here trying to get one person banned off of YouTube. I'm like, God damn, is it that serious to you? Like, it just can't be. It can't be that fucking great. Like, this is Star Wars, man. Like,
yeah, it is.
we can't. It's like we can't enjoy this anymore.
There you go, Mike. Hey, just look, I control this much of the world, this little tiny bubble that I'm in. I have very small amount that I can actually like fundamentally change through actions that I take. Yeah. And so I'm only going to worry about that. Like,
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Even that gets into everything. Like, why don't we talk about politics? Because nothing I say is going to change.
I don't want to open that can.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know.
We're a safe space here. We're a safe space here.
Yeah, no. I agree with you, Steve. And now, how you feel about it? Because I mean, you've been doing this shit longer than I have.
I don't know. I think we see a lot more with Star Wars, but I don't know if that's because I'm paying attention to it more than anything else. Like, right. I mean, yeah, I'm a fan of Marvel and of other properties, but I'm not in it as deep as I am in Star Wars, so I don't know if they kind of have that same voice. And I'm guessing they do, because I think it's just a byproduct of today's environment, society, social media.
Well, yeah. and think about it, like, you were talking about, you're like, we're not doing sports, but like, when do you hear people talking shit about sports teams when the season's happening? Oh. We're hearing people talking shit about Star Wars because we're invested in the Star Wars circuits, but like, Star Wars is doing shit. They're putting out material, they're putting out content, and so the reason why nobody's talking shit about DC is because they're not doing anything right now. And as far as Marvel goes, they're getting it, bro. It's a little quiet right now because like Deadpool and Wolverine fucking ruled, but like, so it died down a little bit, but they're getting it because Agatha just dropped, so they're about to get a whole bunch more shit. So,
I know it's coming.
So, like, the fandoms out there, it's just, some, they're just louder at certain times than others.
Yeah. And maybe that's because Star Wars is such a big property. There's a lot more people.
It's a massive fan base. It's got a bigger fan base than any of those other things. So you're going to have more shitty people just per capita.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I mean, I just wanted to go down the road a little bit, and I want to bring up a couple things. There's not really much out, but as a Lego fan that Ed is, I had to bring up this new Lego Star Wars piece that is coming out. That is a damn arm and a leg, but
listen to you talk about arms and legs.
Just listen, don't judge me. Don't judge me. This is the Jabba sail barge.
So cool.
From Lego that is coming out on October 6th, but it is going to cost a whopping $500.
That's no big deal in the Lego world.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a UCS version, so it's got a lot of pieces.
That's too much for me for a toy I gotta put together myself.
Yo, Steve, you ain't lying, bro. Like, yo, that's a lot of fucking work, man.
I mean, that's how many pieces is that?
It's seven 75,390. No, I'm sorry.
No, that's
3,942 pieces.
That's 3,942 chances for that not to go to right. You know what I mean? For that to fuck up somewhere. That's too many points of fucking failure.
It's a lot. And
it looks great though. It looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it looks fucking great. But putting Lego pieces together, that shit ain't. It's fun, but it is stressful because
But see, but for some people, Lego, that's their shit, man. My wife loves Lego. I'm not. It's not for me, but like for the people that it's for, they have everything. God, like they license everything.
Yeah.
And that's great. That thing looks huge.
Yeah, it's a fucking cool piece. It's definitely a cool piece. If you don't have,
you can have the side open and have all the little characters in there on display. That's fucking sweet, man.
Yeah. Everything is there in there. I mean, they put all the bells and whistles in that bitch. Believe me, they did not hesitate. I think it's a dope piece, but I'm not getting that. Like, I'm not a Lego dude.
What do you think, Ed? What do you think? You got a spot in your fucking man cave for that?
You kidding me? No, not even close. I mean, I have the original releases of Star Wars Lego, but I have to pick and choose, and I don't have space for that. But it is cool. I wish I did.
It is cool. Oh, Ed, this was something that I think. I mean, I don't know, but we were talking about the Pharrell Lego thing, and they're doing a Pharrell Lego spaceship, which is kind of cool.
It is. I love the way that it's displayed.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Like it's taking off.
Yeah, that's a really cool fucking piece. So I got to give him credit on that one. Give him credit where credit's due. I might get that for my daughter just because.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, that was it.
It comes with a little Pharrell Lego guy.
It does. And you know what? To be honest, Steve, this shit might be really exclusive. So motherfuckers might try to jump on this shit real quick. It's because it's Pharrell. And, you know, he's a fashion dude. So, like, people may jump on that pretty quick. That is it, man. That is all the collection news that I have this week. I don't think there's nothing new that came out that I know of. But, man.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
You didn't get anything?
No.
What the? Seriously? Man, I think this is the first time since I've been doing the show with you that you didn't get something. Or pre-order something or.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what road I am going down.
Okay, cool. There we go. Good.
All right.
I know. Is it the
little feeling uncomfortable there?
Nope, it's lunchboxes.
Lunchbox road?
Fucking going down the lunchbox road. God damn it, Dave Batista, you fucked me up with this one. And I was like, I got inspired. And I was like, you know what? I think I need a couple Star Wars vintage lunchboxes.
We were talking about it on Saturday. We were looking at it when we were doing recording, and you were like looking on eBay and Amazon. You were like, not even that much. Yeah. It's really not even that expensive.
No. It opened up a can of worms. And there's only a couple. There's not that many, which is good. I can put that right in the little display, and I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, I can finish that off and be done with it. So I'm definitely going down there. I haven't started yet, but I'm not rushing. No rush. There's plenty of lunch boxes out there. To get it in mint condition that's going to be a hard bitch. I tell you that. But
yeah, you have to put some work in.
Yeah. So
you might have to restore it yourself.
Yeah. So that's it. But let's get into the biggest thing this week for us. Steve, you got anything? But
I was going to say thank you for waiting for me. I apologize to anybody that's been waiting for our movie review series to kick back into gear, but my work schedule fucked everything up. And here we are. I had pulled out the stops to make sure I was here on time, and a little fucking not here.
That was 3. I couldn't hold back this time. I was like, I gotta review it. I held back for you for 2 weeks.
I know.
A little sick, so like he going to miss on this one, but he all right though. He'll give me how he feels about it. But Ed, I mean, I'm pretty sure you got some stuff to talk about. So let's get into our review of Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith was released. You know what the crazy part is? I didn't even bring up anything.
you were just gonna talk. You were just gonna, free ball.
I was gonna free ball, but I got it right now. Released in May 19th, 2005. Directed by George Lucas, distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget was $113 million, which is interesting. Doesn't seem like a lot.
Low.
It does. It seems real low, right?
That seems real low.
I think they spent more on Acolyte.
Yeah,
They had to make way more than that.
it's very, very interesting on that. I was actually, when I see it, I was like, oh, really? Revenge of the Sith stars Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor, Ian McDiarmid, Natalie Portman, Jimmy Smits, Christopher Lee.
Natalie Portman looks like she's cosplaying as a predator.
She does. Yeah. I mean, and there's a bunch of other people that, Frank Oz as Yoda, Joel Edgerton as Owen Lars at the end of the movie, Tamara Morrison as all the clones, Anthony Daniels, even Kenny Baker was in this. I didn't even know Peter Mayhew was in this as well. I forgot that they were all in that. So
it really messes things up for Solo, though. When you're like, wow, Chewbacca's here, looking older than he did in Solo, which is after this. I don't know.
But you know what? For Solo, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that, Steve. Yeah, you're right. Jeremy Bulloch was in this. He was Captain Germamo or some shit like that. I forgot, but yeah. So that is it. Let's see, and the synopsis on Attack of the Clones. It has been 3 years since the Clone Wars began. Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, and Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, rescued Chancellor Palpatine. God damn it. And
I got it wrong twice, but that's
cool. Yeah, well, anyway. From General Grievous. AC, you know I can butcher a name.
It's like you said it wrong, and then you corrected yourself by saying it exactly the same way.
Yeah, whatever. The commander of the droid from General Grievous, the commander of the droid army, but Grievous escapes suspiciously are raised with the Jedi Council concerning Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh my goodness!
Why is it that I've never said this?
It sounds like a fucking. It sounds like you're talking about like a drink, like a malt chocolatey drink. Drink your Palpatine.
With Anakin has bond, has to spile the Chancellor, and full of the bitterness toward the Jedi Council, Anakin embraces the dark side. Palpatine.
Dude, you're putting the L in the wrong spot.
Oh man. Palpatine. Palpatine.
Oh. Man, it sounds like it's like a different language. And you just can't get it.
See, now the problem is it's in my head. I'm gonna probably do the same damn thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be Palpatine forever. Don't do the 2 L's. Don't do Palpatine because that's gonna fuck me all up.
Palpatine.
Oh
man. There's a lot of facts that actually went with this too. George Lucas started writing the film before Attack of the Clones had been released. Part of the plot came from a book, which was the novelization of the movie, Return of the Jedi, which is interesting. Lucas completely revamped his idea for the opening of the movie.
Oh shit! So that means that somebody did a novelization of Return of the Jedi and put in some bullshit that they just made up because they were like, they never fucking filled us in on this, so I'm just gonna add something here. And then George Lucas read that and was like, good idea. I'm gonna add that to my shit.
Yeah. So what it was,
fucking lazy.
Yeah. What it was, he says they also often included details that aren't in the actual film. In the novelization of Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan mentions battling Anakin and Anakin falling into a molten pit. This became the basis of the culmination of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's where we first started to hear that information, and it carried on like in fandom forever.
Good on whoever wrote that, because that's the tightest shit in this whole movie. So.
Yo, you ain't lying, bro. Yo, you was not lying about that one. General Grievous wasn't played by any actor, which obviously we know that from 93% of the movie was all CGI. Let's see. Boba Fett returned in the role, which I did mention that. Jeremy Bulloch was in the movie. Lucas turned cameos into family affairs. Lucas's daughter, Katie, and Amanda, and son Jet all had cameos in Revenge of the Sith, having also been in Attack of the Clones. However, the time George himself also got in on the fun. He played Baron Papernodio, a blue-faced alien at the opera in Coruscant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like whenever you have like people at like there's a whole bunch of just like their friends and family in the movie, it all just sounds like they're just having a lot of fun. You know, like it's just like a lighthearted set. Like Jimmy Smits. I bet you Jimmy Smits had a blast on this set. Every time he's on screen, he's like, like he just seems like he's like super excited to be there.
Again, I'm thinking that when they finish this, they're thinking that Star Wars is done again. So have fun with it.
We completed the story.
Yeah.
Darth Sidious did something out of character. We've seen Senator Palpatine.
Oh my god.
AKA Palpatine. Whatever. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. AKA the Emperor, AKA Darth Sidious, uses his force powers plenty. Usually he relies on electricity that flows from his fingers. In Revenge of the Sith, Darth Sidious, which says Palpatine, but anyway, Palpatine, does something he never did before and hasn't done since. He wields a lightsaber. Well, I mean, he didn't really need to do it in the fucking sequel, so it didn't really matter. A real volcanic eruption was used for the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Was Mount Etna in Italy was erupting when they were shooting Revenge of the Sith.
That's where most of their budget went to the insurance because Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor were actually on site, filming their fight scene in the volcano. That was
Hayden Christensen talked his way into playing Darth Vader.
Yes, he did.
He better. Like, you better put me in that fucking suit because if they didn't, then they would have made a real life Anakin out of Hayden Christensen because that's essentially like his whole.
That was the original plan, was that just have a different actor wearing the suit. He was just to be the unmasked Anakin, but he convinced him that he should do it, and they allowed him to don the suit.
Another fact: this movie made a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah.
849 million worldwide, which was second most among 2005 movies to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Awesome. It broke an Oscar streak. The 5 Star Wars movies were all nominated for Best Visual Effects. Revenge of the Sith was not, making it the first film in the franchise to fail on that front. It was nominated for Best Makeup, however, but it lost. And Hayden Christensen won 2 awards. He won that fucked up. The film won People's Choice Award, a Teen Choice Award, Saturn Awards. It also received the fewest Razzie nominations of any prequel, only getting 1 nod that went to Christensen, who ended up winning the worst supporting actor.
Dang, that's messed up.
That's fucked up. On the other hand, he won Best Villain at the MTV Movie Awards.
I mean, he's a child murderer.
Yeah.
Again and again and again and again.
And that is just some of the facts that was from Revenge of the Sith, which, hey, was kind of cool. Let me ask you a question. What'd you think of the movie after watching it again?
Who? What were you going with?
Steve.
Oh.
My bad.
I still think this is my favorite of the prequel trilogy. So that's gonna be. I gave the other one a hero. I forget what I gave episode 1. Probably a high sidekick, but either way, this is a hero. I do have plenty of problems with it. I saw a lot of things in a different light this time around. Like I'm a lot more on Hayden Christensen's side of things because like we'll talk about it when we get into actually reviewing it, but like there's so many opportunities that this could have gone different ways. And he tries his hardest to make it go that different ways. And it's just like these Jedi, man, they have some issues. I also think my biggest takeaway is that I feel like we got a little cheated on the length. Like season 2 of House of the Dragon covered way less ground than this movie did. Like way less ground. with less characters and less like, and you would think like that's a big show with a lot of fucking people in it. It is, but like this is galaxy-wide change, you know, massive institutions going from being in full power to not existing anymore. Huge character arc changes. I feel like, honestly, we could have had a whole trilogy of movies about the story that this movie tells.
Agreed.
And I'm still irritated about shit that they told us in this movie that we didn't get to see, where he's like, oh, that business, you know, oh, you only saved my life 9 times. That business over there didn't count. Like, well, what happened over there? I want like we could have gotten this. Just screams like long form, and I feel like maybe I'm just a little, you know, maybe pampered by all of the long form television that I get to enjoy. I just feel like this has all the like it could have been. This could be told in long form, like the greatest story ever. And here we just like it's still really, really, really good. I just feel like we need some more of it fleshed out. That being said, it's. I forget who just said it's the best Star Wars movie, but I don't know if it's quite the best for me. Rogue One's still going to be hard to beat, but this is still like, this is way up there. This is like top 3 for sure.
Ed?
Absolute hero. And same as Steve, this is definitely the best of the prequel trilogy. The action's better, the story's better. There are still some issues. And again, I think it's kind of in the dialogue, certain ways that they do things, but it's an enjoyable movie front to back. There's just random little things to where I'm like, really? Nobody talks like that.
Yeah, they did a lot of Shakespeare talk. Where I'm like,
yeah,
like
and
you're supposed to be like having a really emotional moment, and you're like spouting poetry. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
And that's one of the things is that for me, I'm always looking for the continuity. So the original trilogy kind of sets the tone. And then it's, and I've said this with other Star Wars where, you know, they kind of are like, oh, let's go off on this. No, let's keep it within that feel. Keep the kind of the beat the same. Keep the way that they speak to each other the same. Don't try to be different because we liked what we got. I mean, you can make a new story, but keep it within this. Keep it in the guardrails. So. But it is a fantastic movie. It was amazing to look at it from a different perspective and realize that the actual story is only the first half of the movie. The entire second half is a lightsaber battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
and Ewan McGregor crushed it in this movie.
Yo, this movie, watching it again and analyzing it differently this time. Yo, this is high. This one, this is kind of high because this has the best fucking lightsaber fights in any of the fucking movies. Literally in any of the movies. Like, it had like one, it had the fucking the Dooku and Anakin and Obi-Wan fight. It had the fucking Grievous and Obi-Wan fight. It had Yoda, Sidious fight. It had Mace Windu, Sidious fight. And then it had Anakin and fucking Obi-Wan fight. These were the best fucking lightsaber fights of all fucking, like, literally hands down. It's a high bar for this movie. I never realized how high the bar was.
This is very Star Wars. Like, it's so Star Warsy.
Yo, this shit is up there. Like,
it's way up there. I'm saying top 3. Certain days might even be top 2.
Yo, dog. It's yeah.
It might even just be top 2. Like, honestly, I don't know what I like.
From the beginning of the fucking movie, it hit with it was just like bang, bang, bang. I'm like, God damn, this shit is like it holds. It holds really well.
This is top 2. Son of a bitch. This is just under Rogue One.
Yo, right again. Here we go. Right from the gate. Like right from.
You better hit that. You better hit that spoiler warning.
Oh yeah.
Because we're about to get into it.
I mean, we about to hit some spoilers, but I'm about to make it happen.
Ed, my friend, you'd be surprised the complaints we get when we spoil a fucking 30-year-old movie. We'll get a message on Facebook like, I can't believe you said. I'm like, God, that movie's older than me. Like, how am I spoiling? Like,
I get it. I love the sound effect, so it's worth hearing. But yes, I'm thinking this is a 19-year-old movie, and I know that because This came out the year my son was born. He was only 4 or 5 months old. Took him to the theater. This is the first movie that he sort of saw. And of course, it was because it was probably like the 4th or 5th time I was seeing it in the theater. And I'm like, I'm not leaving him home. Let's go.
Yeah. But Ed, right from the gate, fucking Jedi Starfighters, boom, 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 flying.
I mean, yeah, you open up in a. But the opening crawl kind of weak. Like the dialogue in the week, it was weird. It was like, oh, and then also like the Chancellor totally got kidnapped. Bam, zap, boom. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are we doing like just describer words like by themselves? This is very strange. But then I mean, it goes down to this awesome fucking crazy ass space fight.
Really cool. And the space fight was great.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking fun, and it was fucking like, oh man, like they really.
You get to watch a R4 unit get decapitated by some savage little fucking monster droids. That was crazy.
It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and the Starfighters were fucking awesome. They were like little fucking pods, but they were fucking flying them up, and like the whole the going down, spinning, and all that kind of like they showed every angle.
So good.
And it starts here, right? The inkling that Anakin's like he's had enough starts here, where he's like, oh, like I can totally go save that guy down there. And Obi-Wan's like, no, they have their own job. You stay here. And he's like,
no, which is fucked up.
And then he looks down there as he's flying straight and watches old boy blow up, and he's like, fuck, man, like, what are we even here for? Like, there's a lot that goes on just in that one quick little look that he does. Like, he just like looks away, and I'm like, that's why I'm like longer form, right? I want to see this done like so slowly so I can really dissect how these guys are moving.
So the fucked up part is for me, it's like, the clones, like that's their job, but you realize watching the fucking Clone Wars that these motherfuckers have heart. Personality, every single each one of them are their own fucking entity.
And if you want to get really dark about it, Star Wars loves killing kids off. What are these clones, like 8 years old?
Yo, shit. Yeah, you didn't even think about that. They
probably all still like cartoon. They probably all stopped watching fucking Wow Wow Wubsy and went into this battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up. There's little kids out there.
Yeah. And it's interesting because you figure the Clone Wars wasn't done until after this. But even with that look, it perfectly plays off because, as Sean just said, we now know the clones all had individual personalities. They were great characters.
And Anakin's friends with some of them.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing is he's like, Obi-Wan's like, no, they have their job. They're disposable. And Anakin's like, no, these are my friends. But
Doku fight written from Doku's point of view. Oh shit. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks for rewriting that. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to read that the first time.
What was the other one they said about Owen's brother? What was that other one? The last comment?
He said in the novelization of Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan tells Luke that Owen was Obi-Wan's brother.
Well, I'm glad that just stayed in that book as that weird little sentence, because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But that right there is cool. Like, I didn't know that. I would love to read the novelizations, or I like the audiobook them.
This whole fight was cool. I love the interplay between Anakin and Obi-Wan. He's shooting the robots off of his ship, and he's like, hey, you're fucking shooting me. Cut it out. It's like, oh yeah, sorry. But they crash into the hangar of that other thing. I love how they pop out and just fucking wreck everybody.
Oh,
like it's
Obi-Wan popped out that bitch. I was like, okay, Obi-Wan. Like, sometimes you know it's coming, but you be like, oh shit.
But it almost seems unfair. Like, literally, the droids give them no trouble. They don't even break a sweat. Like, their droids are just there to get cut in half.
Yeah,
like that's it.
Yeah.
They surround them on all sides and fire unrelenting shots, and they all just get blocked. Like, it's like they're just useless.
Yeah. Let's bring that up later on, though, Steve. Like, because there's some shit that happens. I'm like, what?
But, yeah. So
one of the little things that, again, I little nits to pick. They're on the elevator, and Obi-Wan is calling R2. Why is R2 broadcasting the message on his loudspeakers?
Yeah, I don't know. Is this a young R2? Maybe, maybe adolescent
I don't
R2.
know.
I don't understand like how communication works in Star Wars, really. Like because like he's like R2 like in the middle of this battlefield, and he's like, wow, you know, like they're like talking, but then like later he's like, Padme's like, there's rumors that you'd been killed. Like, do you know not like you have communication? Like you're just not like what's happening? Like.
Yeah,
I get confused by it somehow.
You are right, Steve. It's like you can call somebody from another ship at another fucking galaxy, but that works. But yet there's rumors.
Did you just didn't check in?
Yeah,
Like, this is war, dog. You gotta wipe, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta check in.
This shit is serious.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they just continue through this ship, wrecking everything. They're just unstoppable forces. And I think Hayden Christensen looks cool in the black. You know, he's got the black gear on now. I think he looks great. I also wondered, like, because he uses his right hand to do force stuff, but he's a robot hand. So does it work through that? I don't know. Does it work like that? Does it just like flow out of that stump just through the robot hand?
Steve, you're bringing up good shit. Like I did. I don't know that. Like I'm not 100% sure on this one.
I had that question at the end. I was like, he's just a torso, but does it work still? I don't know.
I guess
it must.
It must. Maybe
I mean, he chokes people with his robot hand. So
he does.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is the hand motion required?
Huh. Does he have to have like metachlorian laced metal? Like how does it work? Like how does it
huh.
Well,
I
don't know.
Never thought about that. I never really thought about that in deep. I guess maybe you know what? Fuck it. I can't even answer this shit.
Well,
is it metachlorians in the blood stream? Right.
Well, we know it's connected to the nervous system.
So then,
because...
like, coat the metal in it or something. I don't know. Like,
so when you connect the I guess
maybe it flows through. I mean, the tech is weird. You know what it is? It's Star Wars tech, and I'm fine with that. I was just bringing up this random little thought that I had. I was just like, does it work like that? But I guess it does because he like does that a lot. You know, he's like, with his robot hand. So, but in this fight, like, you know, they're putting the work in, and like Obi-Wan gets like taken out. Boop. And like Dooku sucks. Like he could have killed Obi-Wan. He could have dropped that thing and killed him. Instead, he's like, I'm gonna get it right on your calf.
But you know what it is? I don't think Dooku wanted to kill them though. Or did
I don't think he expected anybody to really die, because when Sidious is like, kill him, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, wait, huh?
Do it.
Do it.
Yo, he's like, that's when you realize keeping it real went wrong. Oh man,
Sidious is fucked up here. He's like, oh, thank you did a good job. Let's leave Obi-Wan here. Anakin's like, what? He's like, yeah, we gotta go. He's like, dude, if he dies, we're gonna die too. Very cool.
Somebody said Rise of Skywalker is more of a masterpiece than Revenge of the Sith, more authentic than. All right, well, hey man, that's your business, bro.
I don't know. Maybe he's being facetious with the little giggly face at the end. I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. But so yeah, they like then he's just. I love when he's like running around with Obi-Wan, and like Obi-Wan just wakes up in that elevator shaft.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's gotta be like the most
holding
fucked up thing. He's like, whoa, what did I miss?
Yo, that shit fucked me up. I was like, wait, really? Like, yo, this man just carried you all the way, and you wanted to wake up now? Like, come on, bro, for real.
But I did like how like the ship started to go nose down, and they were able to run, and then it started to go back, level itself out, and so they were starting to fall. All that was really, really cool. Yeah. However, the Batman grappling hook magical. We found the one open door down the shaft and hit our grappling hooks at the right exact time.
Ed has Ed that you had an issue with the grappling hooks for the last one? You were like, I don't know who said it, but
I do, because they just have these little tiny metal wires that'll cut your hand clean off. It won't stop you. You just continue with no hands.
They had gloves on though, so at least they can say.
Well, he's got robot hands, so it makes sense. But
shit, Steve. God damn it.
But they get kidnapped in that little force field thing.
Yeah. I love the back and forth on that. He was like, "Well, how the hell we do this? Like, is this even like? Is this
We're
even
smarter than this?"
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like,
No,
he does. That's why Obi-Wan is the best. He crushes like some of the lines. He's like, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? He's like, we don't fall for this shit. He's the best.
Apparently, we do.
I love this bridge here because it reminds me of like the original Xbox. It's all the green, and the purple. Like it's a cool look. There's no other times in like Star Wars we've seen like all this neon green everywhere.
But you know what? I meant to say going back to when they first seen Dooku in the throne room where Palpatine was on the look, man, don't goddamn
joke.
Where he was on the throne and it was like it looked all like Return of the Jedi throne, like the throne room from Return of the Jedi. And I thought that was tough.
Yes. Same chair.
Yep, same chair when he was in his little office. I love the callback on that. It's kind of cool. But so we're here we get our first introduction to it's our first introduction to General Grievous, right? Because we didn't see him in the last one, right?
No, this is the first time we see him. But this is again one of those little things to where like Grievous makes his comment to Anakin that he's like, "Oh, given your reputation, I thought you'd be bigger." And then Anakin, it just has the return line that just kind of falls flat. Like, I thought you'd be. I don't even know what he says, but it was.
I think I thought you'd be taller or something.
Yeah, I'm like, really? Like, school ground.
General Grievous.
Well, but then again, like then they're like, "We have you dead to rights," but as soon as they like feel like it, they kill everybody. Like they're just like, "Yeah, we're fine.
Turn it on."
They're like, "Oh, you think you won? That's hilarious. Check it out. Everybody's dead." But it's cool because it leads to another really awesome. Just now we're having this crazy ship breaking in half and crashing through the atmosphere, and like I'm like,
that was tough.
This is great, and it looked great. It looked really good.
Hey, and Steve, at the end of that fucking crash, Obi-Wan fucking hits it with a fucking one-liner.
Yeah,
another landing.
And he has this great smile that like his mouth is wide open and you can only see the top row of his teeth because of his beard. It's
right.
He's so excited. Like so much joy.
Yeah, that's great. Like Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor killed that shit.
He does. Yeah. They're like, not here. I'm like, where? In the middle of the Senate hall where you've just been making out for the last 5 minutes? You
literally,
weirdos.
it's all open corridor. Like it's like anybody can see you.
He literally ran away from Jimmy Smits to hug you. Like Jimmy Smits is right there. Right there.
Literally, all you gotta do is peek around one of the pillars and be like, "Oh, look what they're doing."
And I don't know if you've ever like been walking with one of your friends and they just sprint away. You generally stop to look at what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
You're not just like, that was weird. Keep walking on your own way. But this is where she drops the bomb on him that she's preggo and she's got the Leia hair.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable. When it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm pregnant." And he's like, not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, they say wonderful a lot. No, like, it's wonderful, right? Yeah, it's wonderful. It's very wonderful.
Has Dooku trying to be captured and held prisoner until the end of the war. He is surprised to have his arm cut off and Palpatine give the order to kill him.
Well, he should have known that when you team up with bad guys, that they might fuck you over.
Duh.
Kind of their thing.
Yeah.
And Sidious only does it because he's like, "I'll have a new apprentice who's much younger." Like,
and stronger.
I'm like, that guy's a creepo.
Well, it's been a creepo thing since the beginning, so I guess his dreams of her dying.
You know what was really cool about this? The best thing that was about this whole scene was when he was sitting in the living room looking out at that window. I was like, yo, Star Wars architecture is top notch. I could just sit in that room and like sit there for like a month just looking at shit. Like
Yeah, just looking at the ships go by, right?
So cool, man.
Yeah. Very Blade Runner-esque. That was cool.
yeah.
And I like this. You know, this is a good, easy way to tell the audience why Anakin would turn to the dark side. He's witnessing Padme's death and all that. The only problem is as much as I like Hayden Christensen as Anakin and now they put him as Padme, they don't have chemistry. I don't believe that they love each other very much. So they say that they do, but they are not in a lot of scenes together. And when they are, there's a lot of like awkward, like, are we ever going to trust each other stuff? And so like the love that I'm supposed to be like, I can't live. we tried, but he's not getting it. He's trying to spell it out phonetically for you.
Palpatine.
Oh, you added another L again.
Palpatine.
I wish their chemistry was a little stronger so that I would buy it, because Anakin, that's the only thing that bugs me is Anakin's change comes so quick. And I know that it comes quick in the movie, but not in the story, right? There's so much has happened. And this movie takes place over like a long period of time. Mm-hmm. Like when it starts, she's like, I just found out I'm pregnant. And then like at the end, she's like having babies. So like, you know, it takes place over months.
Yeah.
I mean, because you wonder, she's not really showing that we can tell. How long's he been gone?
Not in the beginning, because if she was, he'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
When he ran up, you know.
Yeah. Palpatine is just fucking doing his thing, like always, manipulating fucking Anakin and telling him about stories of like, dude, did you not think about that when he like started going off on a tangent about Sith? Like, bro, for real? Like, he's so stupid.
That's coming up. And you know, at that point, I don't think Anakin cares, because Palpatine uses it as, hey, you know, you told me about your visions of your wife dying, and you told me about your visions of your mother dying, and then of course she died. You know, I heard this story about a way you can save her. I don't think at that point Anakin cares where it comes from.
Nah, he just doesn't want.
He has to save her
again.
Yeah,
but here he's telling him like, oh, you know, you're gonna be my appointee to the council or whatever, which is a weird thing to do, right? Like Jedis are like, you don't appoint shit, we appoint the council members or whatever. But they're trying to keep the peace with the Senate and all that. So.
Yeah, because he's running the Senate. They like, all right, well, this motherfucker did say, all right, we'll do it, but we don't.
Yeah, we're gonna let you on the council, but we're not gonna give you master. And Anakin has his little temper tantrum. He's like, no, it's fair. Shit. But like, I would have liked him to like just be quiet and just like get like a really dark, you know, because he broods the fuck out of this movie. Like, do something that's scary. Like it's unfair whininess. It doesn't. It's just like,
It's
at this
like father like son.
But I was going to Tachi Station to pick up the power converters.
I'm like, I knew he got that from somewhere.
At this point in the story, Ahsoka walks away from the Jedi Order. Am I right? I think so.
I thought she did before this movie even starts, because I don't think that the whole thing with Palpatine happened yet.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, before this, she walked away from the Jedi Order. You know, it's weird. I don't want to take this into account, but fucking my brain goes back to it. So it's like, and he took a different tone after she walked away. So they play into this shit. It's so we know we can't use it, but it's just like, god damn, like it would have been dope. It just would have been dope. But I mean, I get it. It's just crazy. Because the story just plays into this whole shit, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, no, they did a good job of dovetailing them together.
Yeah,
but my whole thing is like, I still am unclear as to like, I mean, I guess because he's still emotional, but like Anakin has proved skill wise that he's better than every motherfucker.
Literally, fucking hands down. Yeah,
because I'm telling you right now, I see about 1, 2, 3, 4 cats. You can only see a little bit of him on screen right now that suck.
Yeah, but remember, the Jedi were in their own arrogance as well. So they thought that their shit was right, and they were completely fucking wrong.
Their teachings contradict themselves. how they teach shit is like, okay, but if I do that, then I can't do what you said about doing this. So like, which one is it? Like, it's so confusing. Like, we need you to be compassionate, but don't love anything. We need you to have empathy, but like, let go of anything you're afraid to lose. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I can't, like, just get only droids. Like, why have anybody that's sentient even bother with your fucking crazy religion? Because this doesn't make any sense. The dark side is not the right choice either. But like, yo, you guys gotta lighten your shit up a little bit, or start relaxing your rules. Like, fuck. Like, what do you got to do? Because these guys all suck. So what do they do to get on become masters? Like, who's like, this feels like the Union, you know? Like, whose friends are you? You know, they got the bigger fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy knew that guy from fucking the academy, so that's why he's a master. You know, even though he's not as experienced.
Yeah. This is
Royal Guards in the background.
Yeah, I was ready to say that too, which is dope. You know, it's nice to see them. You know what? I would have loved to see him in action. You know what I mean? Like, because you know, the backstory, some of these characters, the Royal Guard's backstory, there's a huge backstory in the, you know, in the story.
Those books are so good.
Yeah. So like, it's just you wish you would have got it, but you didn't. And then they like walk away and start like
long form television.
Yeah.
My G, could you imagine if HBO was like, we're doing Star Wars? Like, oh my God. What? Like, okay. Everybody calm down.
I like how Palpatine changes his tone with things. Like, he's like, oh, Anakin, come on in. And he looks over his shoulder. He's like, leave us. And they just get up and roll.
Leave us. Yeah, he's not very like hidden. You know, he's pretty out now. Like, he changes his tone. He's like, yes, well, the Senate is evil. You're like, wait a second. Like, what happened? Like, he changes his tone quick. But this is where we get that little first bit of knowledge of Darth Plagueis. Is this the Darth Plagueis, the wise?
Yes, yep. Darth Plagueis the Wise.
The sad tale of that creepy guy we saw for a quick second in a show that's not in the second season.
Plants the seed in Anakin's head. Here's how you save Padme.
This is how you save Padme. You find the books that don't even exist, and I can't even tell you. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, well, no, but he's making it seem like it's really like he knows how to do this shit. Like, to me, everything that Anakin hears is like, hey, if you sign up with me, I'll teach you this shit. Like, I'll teach you how to save people from dying. Like, if you sign up with me. But then once he does, he's like, now if we work together, we can maybe figure it out.
Yo,
like, right? God damn it.
Straight fuckery.
Like, I'm like, hey, you saw how he did Dooku, my G. Come on, man. Like,
you would think. You would
baited
think.
You in.
Yo, he baited the shit out of his ass and made him feel like a sucker at the end.
I'm telling you. This was all cool. I like when, you know, he's like, I'll go to what I didn't like was when the Wookiees were swinging down doing Tarzan yells.
Oh, that was
I don't need that. And where are you even swinging from? Over to ocean? And by the way, clones, why are you letting this huge ass army get like right on the beach before you start opening fire? Like, you could have been sending missiles for hours.
Yeah.
Like, it took them forever to get over here. Like,
they were far as shit. They were far as hell. They were like just looking. And then the Wookiees were like,
you're letting them get close enough that one of them almost pops a shot off at Yoda. He has to dodge it. Like,
yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, you guys suck at your job, but your outfits are pretty fucking cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like the fucking camo.
Oh yeah.
Commander Green. Oh yeah, that shit was tough, dog. That shit was
tough shit. Like, I wish they were better, but the shit is looking really good.
Yeah. Well, they were. They were pretty sweet in Clone Wars. Yeah. Then Chewbacca in the background. Chewbacca, I don't know.
I didn't need him in this. I didn't need him. There's plenty of other Wookiees. Like,
I agree.
It doesn't all have to be like that connected, does it? Like, so, oh, look, here's just Chewbacca right here. Like, that's what I'm saying. But I had this problem with like all the planets on Star Wars. The planets are actually just cities. Like, that's all they are. Like, we have to go to Kashyyyk. Like, they go to this planet and look. Oh, look, I'm in this treehouse and fucking Chewbacca's here. Crazy.
One of the dialogue pieces when Yoda leaves and he's like, oh, Chewbacca, I'll miss you. Really? You're a Jedi Master there to help the planet, and when you leave, you miss. No, it's like, dude, thanks for the help. I don't know anybody who I would say that to in a professional way. Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's irritating.
Yeah, I work. Yeah, I never leave my work site until the GC like, oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna miss you, Chewbacca.
They're friends. I guess they're friends. They don't, they don't work. I'm fine with that. But
yeah, but at the same time, we say this and we realize that okay, this motherfucker was in The New Hope and Empire. He died in Return of the Jedi. Like, when did he not see Wookiee, and why? And like, when did Luke not say, "Oh yeah, my friends, motherfucker, your friend"? And Yoda, my friend is fucking Chewbacca. Oh, I remember Chewbacca.
like,
That was
no
my
shit,
boy.
Yeah, I
Chewie?
miss him.
Your friend Chewie? Yo, get him over here. I haven't seen him in a minute since the fucking Clone Wars. This shit was amazing, dog. Yo, when your dad lost his shit, I was there with Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Crazy. He'll tell you all about it.
yeah. You would think, right? You would think, huh?
No,
Nope.
no, that's fine. And we're listen. I still love all of this. We're just making fun. We're just having fun.
Oh,
So, but this, I hated it when the fucking came swinging in from the sky on vines. And they're like, it literally, I had a closed caption. It said Tarzan yell. I was like, oh man.
Well, you do know that the reason they put that in is because Chewbacca did that when he swung on the vine to get on the ATST on Endor.
It wasn't good then. It's not good.
Oh,
now.
I know. I know. But
it's not the Wilhelm scream. It is not. I will forgive those anytime they're used. Now this motherfucker looked awesome. Why couldn't we get a cat that looked like this in Ahsoka instead of that weird fucking dumpy face guy that we got?
Well, in Obi-Wan,
Inquisitor.
And the Inquisitor
It was Obi-Wan. That's right.
Right, and the Inquisitor from Rebels looked like that motherfucker right there. What
This
the
guy-
fuck happened to the makeup between here and there? I'm confused.
He looks great. This looks great. It looks so good.
Yeah, and he looks just like the Inquisitor. Am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right?
No, they clearly did the Clone Wars artwork based off of this guy, and then whoever made Obi-Wan was like, we'll just try to it's like they forgot that this movie was made. Like the makeup already exists. Like they have the files for it. You can just make it again.
Yo, it doesn't make any sense. Like the makeup is the same fucking makeup. It doesn't.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm looking at it now. I'm just like, come on, man.
It's cool. I like this though. He's like, yo, they're fucking totally here. Like bunches of them.
Yeah.
And then this is the best Obi-Wan though. All this shit here, where he's like ducking in the shadows and like watching shit and like putting his hood up and like, I loved all this. He's sneaking around with that loud ass lizard creature. Somehow sneaking around with it.
That thing's loud as shit.
Yeah, but it was quiet when you needed him to be. So look, I'll give him credit where credit's due.
I don't know. That thing was loud as shit.
Hello there.
Somebody said they should have introduced Han Solo in Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why. They
As a
baby.
He's like 10 minutes older than Luke.
Yeah. See that 10-year-old kid running around? That's Han Solo.
Oh shit, he got a blaster.
It's like some little toddler walks out and stubs his toe. Like, oh, there he is. You know what? Han Solo is one of the younglings. Didn't make it.
It's a good thing he was in this movie.
So okay, so when Obi-Wan drops down, like I love how he's like looking at the scene. He's like, what am I gonna do? There's like tons of fucking people here. Fuck it. Just jumps down. And he's just like his face when he's like, hello there. And he's like so giddy. It's like, I'm gonna fucking crush all of you.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they had him surrounded like a motherfucker though. He's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna drop this air conditioning unit on you.
Walk by, lop your head off. What's up?
Yeah.
And then this fight should have been a lot scarier than it was. Like
I agreed. It was really short. It was
one lightsaber versus 4 on a the way those things were spinning. Like there were times where Obi-Wan had like 2 lightsabers engaged, and then his other two were just like behind him. I'm like,
this would have been over real. Yeah,
poke him.
yeah, shank.
Like, bam, like, knock his one lightsaber and then get him with the other three right in the chest.
But Obi is the shit, so he put the work in, cut off them 2 hands, and made that shit work. So
I did like how he was like systematically taking out one hand at a time, working on the other 3. I get that one, but then listen, General Grievous, you're trash. All right, if your whole fucking your weak spot is right in your chest, maybe have some heavier armor and not a giant hole that can be pried open by human hands.
Yo,
I'm just saying, like, it seems like a bad design. Like, it's like, I'm like, damn, like the same cat that designed the Death Star designed his fucking his armor. Like, like they have a design flaw. Like Obi-Wan's like, oh shit, bam, you're dead. That was super easy.
Although Grievous was pissed and gave him a good backhand for opening up his chest.
he did.
Well, look, and that's the other thing, Obi-Wan. Let's not try to fist fight the robot. Okay, you're not gonna win that one. Okay. Like at one point, he kicks him and he like totally hurts his leg. He's like, ah,
That's great. And that's where we get the
It's a good fight,
another.
though.
It was a good fight. It looked great. I thought it looked really cool, and I like that all those are from Jedis that he's killed.
Yes, his
It's pretty good
collection.
stuff.
Neat.
And then we get another tie-in from A New Hope when Obi-Wan talks about blasters, and of course Obi-Wan used the blaster hill to kill him, and we get the
So uncivilized.
so again, I like the little tie-ins like that where they
Mhm.
go together, and finally all the clones show up
Late and wrong.
and they come in force.
They did come in. They came in wrecking shit, which was dope.
After Obi-Wan already handled the big boss and did
Yeah.
a bunch of dirty work himself.
Yeah.
Again, which I'm like, how many Jedis are there? Because if Obi-Wan can do this amount of damage by himself, like, are there like 8 people only? Like, what's going on? Like, we should have.
Do you really need counsel for?
Because like Obi-Wan and Anakin's death count is like astronomical. Their head count is like crazy. So what are all these other Jedis doing? Like, if they would have at least put in half the work, there'd be no more droids left. They would have wiped them out.
Well, you figure from the Clone Wars that a lot of Jedi are slowly getting killed off one by one.
True,
But
this
it's
is all coming.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
think Clone Wars.
but
So their numbers are way low.
But I'm curious to know how many Jedis were there left.
They had enough to run a huge ass temple and like be training kids and like have like people making coffee and shit.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot they did have a bunch of cats in there too. So.
A whole bunch. There's like, remember into the archives, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And we know from Clone Wars that Obi-Wan and Anakin were probably the best of the two out in the mix by far.
This is the kicker though. A lot of Jedi were there. A lot of fucking Jedi survived also as well. let's keep it kind of crazy. A lot of Jedi survived this shit.
Yeah, this plan seems like there's like 10 Jedis to kill out there, and we got 3 of them.
Because listen,
Success.
Yeah, who survived? Ahsoka survived, but she really wasn't a Jedi, but she technically was. What's the girl with the green that was imprisoned? I mean, she was a Jedi, but was she? But she escaped.
Listen, Obi-Wan
Boris
survived.
Nafi.
That's the biggest mistake they made. He's the tightest one besides Anakin. So,
Well, he was again there. If as they demonstrated, if you're in hiding and you don't use any of your powers,
it's really hard to find. I mean, it is a galaxy. You can go anywhere. And he went to, but like Obi-Wan didn't really try to hide. Like he went to Anakin's home planet. Like,
yeah, but he's out in the way deep desert.
He's about like 3 blocks away from his fucking uncle's house.
Again, Order 66 didn't work. It seemed like it only worked for a couple of Jedi because there was a lot of motherfuckers still out there that were Jedi that weren't using their powers, that were hunted down by the Inquisitors. So Order 66 was okay at best.
I mean, it did. That's fine. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I'm sure it was many more Jedi were killed than what we see on screen. They were just
it says less than 100, but I don't know if that's true. Who knows?
Hey, That room looks really nice.
It's a beautiful room.
Yeah, looks really good.
Interior decorating. Mwah.
Perfection. Yeah. Set design should have won an award. I'll tell you
Hey,
that.
you got anything on this part?
Well, this is just the point where he reveals that he's the Sith.
Mhm.
Yeah. And this is well, and before Obi-Wan left, remember Anakin was like, "Hey, I should go with you." And Obi-Wan's like, "No, I got this." That's first strike. Because if Anakin would have gone with Obi-Wan, no Darth Vader.
No Darth Vader.
Wow.
No Darth Vader, because a whole bunch of shit gets handled over. I mean, maybe eventually a Darth Vader, but it would have to go through different avenues. And then this really is the second one. Like, this is the second. There's 3 strikes that happen, and the second one's coming up because this is where fucking Palpatine's like, he's like, listen, I'm a fucking Sith, and I want you to be my apprentice. And Anakin's like, I am gonna turn your ass in. I should kill you, but I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna turn you into the council. And he goes and tries.
Yeah.
He tells him, he's the fucking Sith Lord. And they're like, I don't know if I believe you, but we'll go look into it. That's strike 2. Then strike 3 is when they're like, now go wait for us in the fucking conference room until we get back. What? He's like, I need to be part of the team that brings them down. And he's like, nah, go wait in the room. That's fucking bullshit. If he goes, no Darth Vader, right? Because now he's not walking in thinking that fucking Mace Windu is about to assassinate him. He's walking in seeing like, holy shit, Palpatine lost his fucking shit and did a corkscrew spin at us. Like,
yeah.
All right.
But I have to say, other than Mace Windu, these other 3 Jedi go out
trash.
like
punks. And those are council members.
Yeah.
All 3 of them cats sitting in them chairs.
This is the Jedi version of going out like Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi.
I agree.
They haven't dead to rights. There's 4 cats there. Force powerful Jedi masters and 1 old man in a chair.
Yo, he did a dope move though. That spin was nice. He did,
but he did a corkscrew to stand in front of him, and then just basically went 1, 2, 3.
No, it was pointless. It was.
Look, 2 of them are already in defensive stances. Useless. They are terrible.
And they went down so easily. Oh,
they're just like
sting.
And then Mace Windu just standing there watching it. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all, like, nobody, they don't train on teamwork. Like, they all just, like, learn lightsaber shit by themselves in their rooms or something. I don't know.
Wow. We saw that from previous movies when Anakin and Obi-Wan, and Anakin's like, I'm going now. Guys, seriously.
Yeah. Like, a little bit of like, so many ways. They could have easily killed Palpatine here.
Easily.
But
they could have spread out a little bit more, surrounded him.
And Mace Windu, like, yo, he's like, I'm gonna arrest you. No, actually, I'm gonna kill him. Like, you should have made that decision long before. Like, as soon as you pulled your lightsaber out, you needed to be like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, there's no arresting happening. Like, the fact that you come to this,
he monologued too long.
He came to that realization as Anakin, the one that they're scared of, is standing right there. Dog, you're fucked. You're boned now. It's too late for you.
Yeah, he monologued too much. He was like, I am going to arrest you, and you need to serve as. No, I need him. I'm going to kill you. Like he went so far back. I was like, bro, for real, you could just went like this.
Look at him. Look, all he does, look at his arm right there.
Lean forward.
All he has to do is just extend his arm.
Is it?
And it's done.
It'll be over. You wanted to monologue your lightsaber so much. You was just like,
And I need the further adventures of Mace Windu because I am not convinced that man is dead.
I don't know.
He got pushed out of the window. That
was a far drop, bro.
Well,
these Jedi
ships everywhere,
all over the place. They be falling from one thing to another.
But he got electrocuted. Like he could have been just knocked the fuck out.
No, Mace Windu is tough. He just is slow on making decisions and like finalizing that shit.
I'm just wondering with Palpatine, if I'm shooting Force lightning and you're reflecting it back, why wouldn't I just stop doing the Force lightning? Let me keep doing it.
Ow! Oh God! Oh, that didn't work for me at all. Sorry. That's what that feels like. No, instead, I'm gonna make my face more bubbly.
Was there a robot? Was there a robot chicken episode with Mace Windu?
I'm sure.
So he's like, then he just immediately just like, I'm your dude now.
Oh
So
yeah.
what do you need me to do? He's like, I need you to go kill all the children. He's like, yes, sir. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and then I guess it's one of the Sith.
That looks like
the
the Exorcist. Like that fool looks like he's possessed by the devil himself.
When you electrocute yourself and your face gets all white, it also changes the amplification of your voice in there. Now, Darth Vader.
Just a heads up. At least you know he landed. Oh shit. Flex, he wants to believe he's still alive. I mean, we all want to believe it, man.
Yeah, me too. I want the further adventures of Mace Windu.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do it in stories, like in comic book form or something.
But this is kind of like where we start getting the really good visuals, like the shot of all those Imperial troopers going up the steps, Anakin leading them up there. I mean, that shit is fucking.
This is the part that kind of fucking bothered me a little bit. Order 66 wasn't done yet, so the 501st is walking with him, not thinking that what they're about to do is to kill other Jedi. Mind you, the fucking clones have a personality.
Order 66 wasn't given wide yet. They started here. It was started here. Then he goes out and starts reaching out to all the cats out there. He's got to make sure shit's lined up on Coruscant first.
I don't think is that true though? Because
I would have to believe it's true. Yeah. We didn't see that scene, but I would have to believe that's what we're kind of led to believe is that they like not every group started executing the Jedi at the same time. They all got those messages at different times as it traveled down the chain. It's got to start here.
I guess.
Although,
but the 501st is Captain Rex shit. So like, I'm confused by this. Like, okay, yeah. What you gonna say? Yeah.
No, I'm just also wondering too. Like with that inhibitor chip in their head, that Order 66 comes into play. How do you differentiate?
Into play at the same time, but that's my bad.
I'm just wondering, how do you differentiate Anakin? Like,
right. I have so many questions. I'm just
so like, how do you differentiate Sith versus Jedi?
Right.
This is like Force.
I mean, is that part of what Palpatine did? Is it his voice where he's like,
everybody but me and the boy?
Yeah.
Right. Because they were going to kill Maul.
Order 66.
Right. They were going to kill Maul in the last episodes of the Clone Wars. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know the separation. I don't know when this was called. If he said Order 66 after he talked to Cody and then they played this part, I'm cool with that. But they played it before he said 66.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I'm like, no one questioned that shit because your inhibitor chip was not, unless he was like 66 everybody. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so confused by that. But listen, it is what it is.
But again, like they had all these opportunities to like Anakin. They just kept poking the bear. He's like, what about this? You're like, no. They all know that he's like dealing with like some serious rage issues. They just keep poking him like, no, let's see if we can get him to snap yet. And he finally does.
So here's the one that, again, if you want to see alternate things that change the movie, you've got Palpatine with that 501st behind him here. And he tells him, execute Order 66. And before he can say anything else, they start shooting at him. He's like, oh, no, wait, not him.
Right.
Or he's like, execute Order 66. They immediately shoot him to death. Bam! Oh God! I didn't think that through all the way.
And mind you, this cat ain't too far away. He's like right up there in his little office up there. Like, did he just yell it out? Like 501st, Order 66. Like, I don't fucking know.
Somebody sweeping is like, what the fuck did he say? What does that mean? Oh God!
Exactly. So like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna run with it. But again,
Anakin, though, bro, I'm telling you, I don't see him do shit but walk in there and murder children. So
that's it.
It's he murders children and unarmed people later.
Well, in the extra footage, he killed Shakti, but also Grievous killed Shakti in the extra footage too. So I don't know which one would have worked for that, but they didn't play that.
They needed to show him killing some other adult Jedi, because the thought of him as just a child killer, he's like the Freddy Krueger of this fucking Star Wars universe, is a little scary.
Yeah, it's a little dark.
Like, and because they keep talking about it, like they mention it like 3 other times after he does it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it.
He killed younglings.
I don't want to watch the footage. I saw the footage. What was the footage showing? Him killing younglings. Like, oh my god, I know.
Look, see, Ed, now you played it. Look, see.
Oh,
see?
I know. That's the order it's in.
Wrong time.
But this is fucked up because they
read Dark Lore, The Rise of Darth Vader, but to read about Vader's mindset when he disposed of the Jedi and the Jedi.
Oh,
All right.
Well, listen, y'all coming with the novelizations today.
Yo,
And listen,
I'm ready for it.
yeah, I don't read,
Audio book.
but I will audiobook that shit when we
Yes,
get
sir.
in our next show. So
I'm
Write
writing
that
that one
down.
down.
write it
Yeah,
down. All right,
I'm writing it down. I've got credits on Audible, so
All right, cool. Good to know. Lucas, thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
oh heck
You
yeah.
will be going, Lucas. You will be going in the list of people getting the giveaway when we get to the giveaways part.
Don't hold your breath.
Couple weeks.
Okay, first I'm hearing about that, but cool.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. For the
As
sake
I
of-
said.
we may be doing a giveaway.
We're very forgetful in the geeks.
Oh, yeah. We know. You're terrible.
So yeah, they get this and they're like, they immediately shoot him off of his big lizard. I was like, oh, the lizard died. Damn it.
I like Cody though. Cody, that right there is pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Sweet ass uniforms, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
yeah, fucking Cody's got the best Clone Wars uniform. Him and Rex, man. I tell you, that's what I would love to see. Fucking live action Cody and Rex, buddy cop movie. No, I'm joking.
Oh shit, that scared me for a minute. I was like, what the fuck happened to R2? Oh, he's in the ship. I was scared. I was like, what the fuck happened? I was like, he got cut. When did he get cut in half? What did I miss?
Look at it, but the crazy part is C-3PO and R2D2. They're the whole time. Don't remember shit.
I always look at
Wow.
all these fucking windows in the back, and I'm like, there's some asshole fucking doing paperwork somewhere in one of those offices. Pissed
Oh
off,
heck yeah.
trying to fucking go home. He's got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fucking, and then he looks out, the Jedi temple's on fire. He's like, fucking great. Taxes are gonna go up.
Yeah, now my commute home is gonna be a bitch.
God damn. Hey, I'm gonna be home late now. You see the fucking Jedi temple's on fire. These motherfuckers are acting up again.
Yeah, what the fuck?
God damn. There's so many people that live here. There's so much happening. And we're just getting this little taste of this.
Yeah, can't stop and get something to eat when I get home because fucking Jedi Temple's on fire. Fucked up my fucking meal when I got home tonight. God damn it.
Last week the droid
That's
army
the story,
invaded. Took the
That's the story
Chancellor.
that I want to see.
Yeah.
What
Look, I
happened?
gotta finish this fucking paperwork. The guys from the Republic are super pissed. Wait, what? Empire? What the? When did that fucking happen? I gotta change all this fucking titles of all this shit. I gotta change the letterheads. God damn! Like, there's so much paperwork that has to go into all this. Y'all just making decisions. Okay, like nothing goes into that. Fuck.
Oh shit.
We're now Galactic Empire. Great. I guess I'll bust out the pen. We're gonna be here a while.
Late night.
That's like a fully functioning economy. And they're just like, we're gonna change how it's run now. Okay.
Oh man. All right, moving on.
Sorry.
Yep.
I
Off to
digress.
Mustafar.
Yep. Jimmy Smith.
And
Jimmy Smith's killing it. Love
picks
Jimmy.
him up. What we thought were the only 2 remaining Jedi.
Yoda completely loses his way of talking like Yoda at the end of that scene. He's like, and I think we should like go there and do that. Yeah. like it's like he says something. I remember I was like, wait, what is I rewound it? I was like, no, he sure should just said a regular ass sentence at the end. Like it felt very weird. Because he was being extra Yoda about everything in this movie. And then this one sentence, he was like, just regular. I was like, see, you doing it on purpose.
Galactic bureaucracy is something else.
I'm telling you, there's so many questions.
Oh man, has left me scarred.
Yeah. How does the whole galactic, all these different planets all together looking at him and go, this does not look evil at all.
Yeah, right?
And even again, just the way that his voice changed.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first
Empire.
Man, that
Like,
was wrong.
like his eyes are fucking glowing yellow, dog. There's something wrong, old boy. Something happened.
Hey.
What happened in your face? You weren't like that when lunch broke like 2 hours ago. What happened?
The fucking Jedi fucked me up.
Like, yo, are we really having this fucking assembly? Like, didn't his office just get like bombed? Like, several people are dead. Like, we're not having this meeting. Like, there's no police.
No.
There's no Coruscant police. Like, where the fuck are these guys? Useless.
Oh shit! I guess the Jedi got
Yo, Mace Windu, you need to bring the fucking fuzz with you when you go raiding somebody's office like that. That's a political figure, man. Tripping.
Oh man! All right, here we go.
Well, and so this was fucked up too because like Obi-Wan goes and he's like, "Where's Anakin?" And she's like, "I'm not telling you." And he's like, "All right." So then he steals away in her ship, right? He stows away.
Mhm.
Then she lands over here, and like the first thing Anakin sees when he walks up is fucking Obi-Wan at the top of the steps, and Obi-Wan doesn't say like, she didn't know.
He ain't say shit, right?
No, he lets her get choked out with his robot hand.
Like that was fucked up. That was a fucking sucker move, Obi-Wan. Like,
Obi-Wan. The whole end of this movie is full of sucker moves. Look, Obi-Wan. The second he goes in there to drop this big truth bomb on a very pregnant Natalie Portman, that's when sucker Obi-Wan starts, and he continues to the end of the movie. He does not change from being sucker Obi-Wan.
oh man, he did
Because
fucking
like, but I did like when he first shows up on Mustafar and like he walks in and just shuts all the doors.
Oh, that was
I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
And then doesn't he turn around or some shit? And his eyes are like all fucking just black and fucking.
That was in the temple, I think, when he turned around to do that.
Maybe it
But-
was, yeah.
Well,
here-
we get it on Mustafar after he kills half of them.
After he kills everybody, he's like standing out there doing his best Batman, and it's awesome. He's just like standing there, arms folded, looking at shit angrily. I was like, this is great.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
I watch the prequels often. Yeah.
Anakin slaughters a lot of people. His body count in this movie is high.
He just like, let her go, Anakin. Like, dude, first thing you should have said is like, hey, she didn't know I was gonna be here. I totally.
Yeah,
She got nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
it's like, yo, bro, she had nothing to do with this. I stole it away. Like, do you really think, like, yo, I stole it away? She'd have been like, yeah, he stole it away. No, bitch.
Because she tried. She was immediately like, whoa, no. I didn't know. You know, it's fucked up. And then she's like unconscious, and Obi-Wan cares not. He's just like, we're gonna fight.
Well, no, he does go over and check her pulse.
He
make
did
sure
check-
she's
he did.
Oh,
alive.
that's right. He did.
Yeah, he made sure she was alive before they went down.
But they start
R2,
getting it in.
C-3PO ain't do shit.
No. They took her back on the ship. They're
Did
like,
they?
we should get her off the ground. It's like 700 degrees, probably.
You know, it looked hot as shit down there, didn't it?
Yeah.
It just,
Not nearly enough sweat. Like, they're in heavy. That's too many layers for Mustafar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got hot watching it. Like,
yo,
fuck, it looks hot over there.
ain't that much midichlorian in the world to keep you
Like,
cool in a situation.
I've been
like
in Palm Springs in the middle of August. It feels like that. Like, it looks like Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of August. That's what it looks like. And if you've been in Phoenix in August, you know what I'm talking about.
Steve, it was on lava. That shit is hot. Like, that ain't no hot. That's hot. That's so hot. Like, you know they was sweating. Fuck that.
And it's not like they're sitting still relaxing. They're working hard.
They was putting
And they're
Swinging.
they're not like inside.
yeah.
No.
Like
I
you would have
just
thought,
thought
like when
I was doing this.
they got inside, they should have been like, "Whew, hold on, let's just
Yeah. Hold up, bro. Hold
we get a
on.
drink of water or something." God,
All right,
damn.
time out. And then start going back.
Their fight though in the beginning here is some of the best choreography. They're just when they
Oh,
do
yeah.
that thing where they're swinging around and not hitting shit for a minute.
that shit was
oof.
tough. That shit was tough.
You know what I don't like though is all their little sissy kicks. They be kicking each other like sissies. Lucas knows, bro. I had to go work in Arizona in the summer. It was fucked up. I thought I got out of I walked outside. I thought it was a joke. Like, how do people don't live here? This isn't real. Like, how could you just be? It hurts to be outside. Like,
Oh man.
no. But like they be kicking each other, sissy. Like, ugh, like kick each other in the legs and shit. Like, stop doing that.
Although I do look at this lightsaber battle completely different since they did the animation version of it.
Yeah, I agree.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
However, this fight was only in here because they were like, hey, everybody really liked when Yoda fought at the end of that last movie, so we should do that again.
Yeah.
But I didn't need it. I didn't need Yoda and Palpatine flipping around a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Although visually it was kind of cool with them, like it did like the wide shot with the two lightsabers kind of clashing with that. You saw the big empty Senate hall, you know, like that was a great shot. But other than that, because it really doesn't, nothing really comes from it. Like, except for Yoda being like, oh, I failed, so I got to go into exile.
Yeah.
But he could have said that without getting in this fight.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't even understand why he went to exile. What did you go into exile for, though? Like, fight like a boss.
Yo, dude, like your whole team is like down, and you're like, I quit.
I gotta go hide.
Bitch move.
He did. He quit. Like,
bitch
he just
move.
fucking quit. Like was Palpatine that fucking strong? More stronger than you are, Yoda? I don't think it didn't seem like it to me.
You should have been like, yo, we're going Obi-Wan. Like, we need to link up. You need to keep that little boy. All right, we can get rid of we can keep both of the kids, but if you want to get rid of one of them, Jimmy Smits, if you really wanted the little girl, I guess you could take her, weirdo. But like, we need to keep the boy.
Yeah, why do you take the boy, man?
We need to keep the boy because we're gonna go out to the outcuts, and we're gonna fucking start a new Jedi Order, and we're gonna come back and fuck all these people up. That's what he should have did,
right?
But he didn't. So they had this incredible fight, which was amazing. I thought when they got on those little floaty things that were on the lava, that was even beautiful. Like when they were like fighting up close, like they have like no room to even move. That was awesome. Really, really good. But this is his other bitch move. Obi-Wan's like, you cut him up, you turn him into a little stump, and then like you don't just go like scoop him up. Like he can't hurt you. What's he gonna do? Bite you?
Like I said, either that or finish him, not let him catch fire and burn to death.
That would have been so good.
He's like, I'm sorry, Anakin. He's like, he's like, oh fuck. Throws him in the lava.
Okay,
I get it.
Off, though. I don't understand why he just ain't killing.
Well, do that, but like, but then like he catches on fire and he just walks away. I'm like, put him out or like throw a rock at him or something. Like you just like walking away as he's screaming and burning. Like, I know you love them, but like, did you? Because
no,
you don't do that to someone that even wronged you. Like, you had love for that dude. Come on, man. Like, that was your son, basically.
Yeah,
you was gonna let him burn up. Oof.
Yoda has short bursts of mighty. I can see that too. I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But I
like the Ultraman reference.
Yeah, because he has to. That has to be the way, because otherwise people be pissed. Like, Yoda, hurry the fuck up! I know you can move faster than that. I've got me waiting over here for days.
I know it's become iconic from this movie, but still, this makes no sense.
I have the high ground.
Seriously,
he did.
Yeah, but we've seen
the
Jedi jump 4 stories.
Why? Like, and why? Like,
I know,
all of a sudden now? Like, guess what? They were on a tower not 2 minutes ago, and he had the high ground then too. But it didn't really seem to matter.
That was some bull. Yeah, you're right, though. That was some bullshit. Like, that was some that. Now in hindsight, you kind of think about.
But like,
it.
And then really, if that's really it, then why didn't he just stay on the ship when they first met? And he was like, "You can't do shit. I'm up here. I got the high ground. What are you gonna do? Come up to the ship and fight me. Do something." Like, he was already had the high ground at the steps.
You're right.
I don't know. Like,
whether it's important or not, why would you say it?
And not even that.
Don't do it.
And not even
I don't think he wanted to kill him.
Not even that. He didn't even really have to take that fucking jump like that. He could have just said, okay. He could just like hopped right onto the little thing right there.
Can we start fucking force pushing people? You know what I do when I play the Star Wars games? I force push everybody because it's the best thing. Like, fuck you, get out of here, pff, off the cliff, out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here. I'll be pushing people left and right. They never push nobody. I'm like, I have the high ground. Poof. No, you don't. Like, oh shit.
But they did do a force push when they were inside. They were like this, and they kind
At the
of
same time.
And that was tough. But like,
but that was it.
Do it again
once.
So they didn't. And
They only got one good force push, and that's it. And it's like they force push too early.
Yeah,
premature force push.
premature forceulation.
That's a good one, Steve.
I hate you. You know what would have been better is if his voice and Ken Christensen's voice was a little too. They should have like modulated it. The second he like started working for Palpatine, like start lowering it, like so that it's Palpatine changes his voice. So like do something because like the whiny stuff, like, and then you immediately are James Earl Jones. It just doesn't really add up.
Yeah.
But I thought visually, like all this stuff is really cool. Like he gets burned up. That's great. Palpatine's super fucked up because they don't even like put gauze on him. He's still super gooey when they put that metal shit all over him.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's gonna have a pain in the ass to peel all that off.
That was some bullshit right there. Where they put him together like that. They ain't put no.
Like, damn, like put some fucking, they didn't put no ointment on or nothing. Like, God damn.
They could put some burn, some burn.
Like they put him in a like. Do you just not have a back to tank? Like that's the first place he goes. Come on.
You don't want to do that because that pain is what is going to make him more powerful.
Man, fuck you. I'd have been like that, not you, Ed, but I'd be like, man, fuck this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. This shit hurt. Like,
yeah, put back to tank right now. Like, please.
But my question is, because
even my robot hand hurts.
Again, his suit protects him from this, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Like his suit protects him from like the burns and all that kind of shit. Am I crazy?
No, what I always thought was that like he helped him like with the force, helped his like kept his shit going. So like whenever he was like getting into fights, like he would have to use the force, and so he would start feeling all the pain again.
In the comics, I think he has like a tank that kind of heals his body.
We see it in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and there's moments because that was one of the things from Empire when they walk in as his helmet comes down. He took moments to kind of reflect and could focus and could slightly heal himself.
Right.
But that pain and rage would just make it go right back. He couldn't maintain it.
Yeah. It was a great visual shot too, of the helmet going down and all that. Like it looked like $1 million bucks, man.
When you heard that I was like,
when it
seals,
it's beautiful.
The little
and then the breathing starts.
Like, dude, it was great.
Oh,
visually great. But then everything after right here was really bad. Like when he was just like, no, and like he's like doing this.
No.
I was just like, Again, you know what happens? You know what's even scarier? Have him get that information and then turn and just breathe. And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
like,
all
there's no reaction. Like he's just internalized all of that. Like,
no, the shit was tough when everything started breaking and shit around it. Like that was tough.
Show that, but have him not react.
Right.
Show all that shit breaking around him while he's standing
sense
perfectly
his power
still.
without him breaking all that shit up. Like that would have been tough.
So is it no audio to where he says that, lowers his head, and you just see him kind of clench his fists, almost shaking, and as he's doing that, everything around him is imploding.
Just without the no and without the staggering around with your arms up.
Did you hear
the Frankenstein monster?
I didn't hear that, and I also didn't see it on the closed captioning, but I might have just missed it. So
yeah,
listen, Lucas has been on his shit. I'm not gonna be the one that says he's wrong.
yeah, Lucas. You know what? You got it, bro.
As far as I'm concerned, that's exactly what the fuck he said. As far as I'm concerned, I missed something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! And then this is where the babies are born, and
Those creepy ass robots.
Oh, yeah.
Let me scuff.
Ooh ba ba, ooh ba, ooh ba. Like, what the fuck is going on? Get these weird ass fucking batteries not included motherfuckers out of here. Scooping my babies up and shit. A weird ass funnel. There's a little baby funnel over me.
This was one of the parts that didn't make sense as far as its continuity, because in Return of the Jedi, Luke talks to Leia, asks, "Do you remember your mother, your real mother?" And she's like, "Just like images, really. She died when I was very young." Yeah. How about the moment you were born? Matter of fact, it's the same time that you were born. So how does one?
But they don't. Maybe she's playing it close to the chest. They don't know their brother and sister when they have that conversation quite yet, right?
Correct. They don't, but they both had the same experience. Like he's like,
but
I have no memory.
I'm wondering, maybe it's not touched on, but I'm wondering if we can explain it away as the Anakin thing, where Anakin's seeing visions. Maybe Leia has something like that. But yes,
maybe
continuity wise, I think a lot of that stuff was written without them thinking that these movies were ever going to get made. So they never had to explain any of that. But now they're all getting made, so it's like I think there's just some goofs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't consult us, so.
And then she names them. They have this really big fucking, again, stunning visuals. Looks incredible.
Yo, the dope part about this,
which is why I have a problem with 8 Mandalorians saying they're going to take over a planet. Look at all these motherfuckers here for a funeral. How is that little group of cats going to take over a planet? Get out of here.
Hey, am I crazy? In the Clone Wars, Ahsoka was in the crowd with her head I think she had the thing on.
I think you're all right.
I think yeah.
And I do like, to keep the subterfuge.
I see Jar Jar here.
Oh yeah. When
because you went here, bro.
When they roll her through, she looks like she's still pregnant.
Oh damn!
Keep fooling everybody.
That was smart. I didn't even realize that shit. That's tough.
Yep,
that was smart. That was real smart.
Yeah, like the babies died with her. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And so we get this awesome final. The scary guy with the Grand Moff Tarkin mask. That was unsettling because that was a mask. It looked like a man wearing a big fake Halloween mask.
It was really bad. It was bad.
That was bad. Yeah, it was a.
But the building of the Death Star. That was
and bad. How look at how
Project
original Star Wars Episode fucking 4 New Hope. Look at that bridge. That looks like that shit.
Project Stardust.
Like they must have had this shit in the works for a minute. They already had uniforms, a whole ass fucking bridge that was a different look. Like this shit.
Yeah, right.
Well, you figure that we saw it in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Some of the clones were already starting to wear Imperial-esque type uniforms, so they were already heading that direction.
And then after that, what Obi-Wan continues his shit streak, and gives the daughter to Bail Organa, right? You're going to grow up to be a princess in these gardens with everything you could ever want. And then he tosses Luke to this fucking hut in the dirt with these 2 poor ass fucking cousins of his.
Who treats him like shit.
He's got to go buy power converters. He's got to drink blue milk. Gets nothing. He's got to build all his own. Like, Obi-Wan, you knew what you were doing. That's fucked up, dog. Just because you wanted to go exile in the desert, you signed this little boy up for that shit. It's fucked up, bro.
See you, Lucas.
Later, Lucas. Well,
all right, fellas. we ran late anyways.
We did run late though, but I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, man. Flex, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, we try to keep the funnies going with these.
Like it's crazy that he's just like you get to be in this. Like he tosses Luke in a kitty litter box and then tosses Leia to the fucking goddamn Disneyland. It's fucked up, man. And then who goes on an adventure? Leia, because she needs more, right? Fucking bullshit.
Oh man. Hey man, that was Revenge of the Sith, Steve.
Hi, hero. So good.
Yo. I'm glad we saved it for you because you came with the shit tonight. Definitely tough.
Always fun.
Ed, appreciate you, man, for fucking giving us everything we got from this. I appreciate you as always. Appreciate you, man, for fucking giving us everything we got from this. I appreciate you as always. I appreciate you as always. Man, that's it. Do we have anything else to say? I mean, it was a hero from all of us. I would wish Lil was here, but he's sick. But you know, a little Meg gave it a sidekick. I don't know how Lil feels. Sometimes he gets a little grumpy. So,
nah, I think he likes this one.
I think he does. I think he does too. But that's it, man. Until next week. What do we talk about next week? We may review Clone Wars, the movie.
We'll have to wait till more live action movies until I'm back on a regular schedule.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be. I should be like maybe another week or two. So
Flex, thank you, man, for staying
Flex.
around. Appreciate it, brother.
Very fun.
Definitely. We have to get you on here sooner than later. But yeah, man, we fucking again, thanks for hanging out with us. And till next time, man. This is Sean.
This is Steve.
This is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
What the hell look at you now?